We're coming now back with Champion Chess Tour Chessable Masters 2025. We got Hikaru Nakamura and Alexander Grishchuk. Now, they've been playing. Ooh, Nimzo Larsen. That ain't that fascinating. First thing first, let me check if we're live. Let me check if we're live. Let me see if things are in good order here. Yeah, I think we're live for like the last 30 seconds. I guess that's probably one of those sounds that confirms I'm live on the multi-broadcast and things. Alright, so Nimzo Larsen being played here. Nakamura didn't waste no time. He moved very fast, and Alexander Grishchuk, what's not to like about his game? Okay, knight d2. Knight c6, knight f3. Queen c7, closer to castling and things. e4. Didn't take, of course. Shut off that bishop on b2. Quite dangerous bishop here, so if you can, shut it off. c3, challenging again, and not just that. If this thing gets open, also we might get to see a rook actually on the c file, and I think that makes sense. But now something makes me think that if white takes here, they're going to be taking good e. No, they took good c, therefore let's get rook ac. There you go. That makes a lot of sense. Knight c4 I think makes sense. Bishop e2 if you really want a castle. Short, or maybe you don't want a castle at all. You know, those guys. Bishop e2, castle short, castle short. Queen e7, moving the queen away from the c file. You don't want to keep the queen on the c file where the white rook is. Knight to c4, challenging now the bishop on d6. Bishop e6 now attacking the knight. Do you take that bishop? Because I'd rather make sure that that guy doesn't exist. But on the other hand, where could they possibly go? It's not about them, where could they possibly go. It's actually that was what might worry white is knight to b4 attacking this a2 guy. So they just took knight d6, queen takes d6, queen c2. Interestingly, do you think Naka wants to play just queen to c5? No, that's a good question. That's a good question. Alrighty, fellas. Rook to c. Now, what exactly did Naga intend to do with queen c2? Just do you go queen c5 now? I'm just trying to figure out. You go queen c5. What's going on here? Because they want so that's the move that makes sense after having played queen to c2. Why would you do this battery? It is Nakamura's turn, by the way. So now I'm thinking perhaps queen c5, right? That makes sense, queen c5. Queen c5, queen take, rook takes. Yeah, so if you don't do it, you might have some knight b4, then you have to drop queen c1. Not the end of the world, but you know. Also knight g5, just harassing a little bit this bishop. That might be things. So queen c2, rook f, c8, knight d2. Interesting. I suspect knight c4. But after knight to b4, I guess Naka is forced to play queen b1, so to speak, right? Because you have to defend a2. It's got to be this way. So we'll be explaining again. But I think you guys already understand that very well. Knight b4. And the reaction would be queen to b1, defending a2, moving the queen away from the c file. And also queen b1 defends a little bit more, an extra layer for the d3, which is defended anyway, but it's a good pointing out. And in the future, I guess the white knight on d2 may want to come over to c4, attacking queen and stuff. This pawn wants to say you ain't gonna come over to c4. That's exactly what b5 says here, if they were to speak. If they were to speak. So pawn to b5 stops any knight c4. They ain't gonna happen. But queen b1 is okay. there you go. Queen b1 just being moved. That was quite predictable. I don't think that was a big philosophy for any one of us guys to identify exactly that stuff. Hey, what, this thing has to be closed, that tab. We're just keeping the chess.com, right? The chess.com, the tab with the Live Center, TikTok, and things. Although on Streamlabs, we already got it here, so. But that's fine, cool. Back. Rook c2. What does that mean? Rook c2 means first and foremost, I guess, the intent to playing rook after c1 and making a battery, right? Now, after this move, I guess you're going to take on c8, right? After knight b4. No, no, you won't. Knight b4 ain't good at all, I guess, because white's going to play this. Bishop a3. So you guys tell me if you think I'm right or not. But I think if knight b4, bishop going to play a3, right? That's what I think. That's what I think. Let's see. Knight b4, fellas. Rook takes c8. I did say that. Rook c8. Check. Rook takes c8. Rook c1 replacing. Rook takes c and b takes. Wow, this is just beautiful. Actually, he goes for the c2. I'll tell you something. I think Alexander Grishchuk goes for the c2 now. Queen c2, I guess. Something like that. That's just beautiful. Look how aggressive Alexander Grishchuk is this afternoon. I think he took a nap or something. And now he had the coffee. Is he going to be Nakamura? I don't know, but the attitude is the correct one. I like it. Very beautiful. Queen c5. So c2 belongs to black. And that bishop on e6 is a little bit scary, so to speak. Very active, this bishop here. Very active. Whereas the white bishop, not that active anymore. It's not that active because it attacks its own pawn, if I may say that. So now bishop a3, okay, that's a little bit of a pin. But if queen c2, just saying. Queen takes, knight takes. So now knight could stay there forever. Quickly knight to f3. Wants to say if you move the queen away from stuff, I might be able to play this and stuff. But knight d7 defending now. Extra defense for that pawn. On a5. Knight f3, not just that. Knight f3 actually wants to defend against coming of the queen to c2, so to speak. Nonetheless, still superb. Do you think some f5 every now and then? You think so? I like that f5. If they take, you actually can put some nice pressure. Queen c3. Hey, this guy just delivers. Notice how the queen is still in touch with the black knight. So if bishop takes, actually, you are going to take with the queen. Anyway, bishop b2. Queen being hit. Are you going to move just queen d2, I wonder? No. They went back. Queen c7. Still Nakamura, a little bit more time available than Grishchuk here. Nice one. Is he going to play bishop d1? For something like knight c2 and making sure this knight kind of goes? I don't know what to say just yet. What do you think f4? In terms that if this guy takes, you're going to take back with this. Or a3. Yeah, but a3 weakens b3. Now, I'm just thinking out loud, my dear friends. h4. The heck is that for? Why is that for? Well, you want to make a move, probably. So, yeah, but why not h3? Maybe, okay. h3, h4. I'm still looking at this. I'm not sure it's the best one, but it's a move. It's a sharp one. I'm assuming a3 can't be considered here because weakens b3. So a3 knight's gonna go somewhere. But Grishchuk so nicely amassing those two knights. Bishop a3 actually want to give black double pawns, so they moved on a6. Probably they want to shut it off. It's just gorgeous how they play. I just like it. I really do like it. Champion Chess Tour 2025. Beautiful. I like it. I really do. Okay, Bishop C1. Hmm. You can't play A3. But I wonder if perhaps black wants to do A4? Well, not now. It's white's turn, for sure. But you probably need to pay attention to A4 they might be willing to play. You think Queen C1 might be a thing? Just wondering. Would you do this? Would you do something else? What's the plan? Looks like Grishchuk just simply attacks, whereas Nakamura tries to block those punches. It looks like White does defensive stuff here. Try to stop one thing or another. Fascinating. Fascinating. What is White supposed to do, by the way? This is so harmoniously, those three minor pieces are being deployed now. So beautifully. I guess A4 is going to happen at some point. Let's see how White can actually reinforce things here. Where would you go? Queen C2, Queen C1, Knight C2. What would you do? He pushed H5. What exactly does that do? It's not clear. But I'll tell you something. F4, I did say that it might happen. I did say. I think Knight B5, Knight C3 would be the intention about the Knight on C7. I'm pretty sure about that one. I'm telling you, so sooner or later we're going to see Knight B5 and Knight C3. Of course, he clarified this first. Queen to C, double attack there. Bishop takes attacking queen. So you're going to move the queen to safety. Whatever that means. Like, what does that mean? Queen goes on to b6. Interestingly, you're going to go here. With the knight on b5, that is. It's just great. It's just great. Okay, I'm going to tell you a thing. I secretly would like to see Alexander Grishchuk winning this. I think Knight C3. It's going to happen. But let's see what White plays. Do you think it's just too crazy, Bishop H6? Is it worth it? I think it's a bit too forced. You ain't... I mean... Bishop H6, G takes H6, Queen takes H6. Oh my lord, he just played it. Jesus Christ, look at that. Bishop takes H6, he took it. Bad boy, Naka. He took it, Bishop H6. I mean, I was just fiddling with the idea. I wasn't seriously investing in it. But actually, he did plan on doing it, and he did it immediately. I like this. Bishop can't move. Okay, queen now. I think if black plays this one nicely and all, black should be just surviving nicely and stuff now. He's got extra minor piece. I guess queen's going to come over to f8. And what exactly have you gotten? Really? What have you gotten here? Yeah, there is a h pawn and stuff. But look at this beautiful. We did say knight c3. Now, this bishop play completely, that's the beginning of the end for white here. This bishop now is reduced to the function of a pawn and nothing else. This pawn wants to cut off f6, but queen f8, which I did say that black should be playing. And then queen here, challenging the queen. They take very well, thank you very much. And I think white can just resign, not mentioning this. Gone. This, gone. So Naka has to refuse the trade if he can. That's a check. King moves away. Yeah. Do you play Queen G though? I mean, why not? White's turn. Black's turn. 1 minute. 1 minute. What do you play? Queen G7, of course. You attack twice here. White defends twice, but they start to slowly running out of options. Will they push this, we reckon? Or maybe knight G5? you guys think like bang, boom, bang, boom, bang. More messing, more. Also, white attacks twice on d4, which he just taken. I was just collecting info. Hey, this is fascinating. I love it. Wow, look at this check here. What's not to like about it? Is he taking the bishop or what? Attacking queen wants to go for this. What do we do, fellas? Queen f6? Just asking for a friend. Queen f6? No. Oh my god. Guys. I think Naka's gonna lose it, man. I mean, look, I told you that I would like Grishchuk to sort of win. Is it gonna be perennial now? Oh my god. This Nakamura guy, he cooks it every single move. Checkmate! Jesus Christ. Wait a minute, man. He got checkmated. Grishchuk, grab a coffee, man. What if you go h8? Or has he got this? Wait a minute. Did black really have to take that knight on c6? So wait a sec. If black now goes f6, what I said I would consider. If you go now queen f6, how's things here? Yes, queen f6. That was my move. I said during the live game as they were thinking. I said queen f6. And there you go. That's the first move of the engine. Queen f6 attacks the white queen. They take thing very much. You brilliantly winning. God damn, Grishchuk, man. Queen f6 and stops knight e7 and nonsense and things. And that's just absolutely killing. Queen f6. Grishchuk, man, take a coffee for Christ's sake. Queen f6, look at that. I mean, what counterplay does white have after queen f6? What exactly do they do? Well, sorry, man. He is supposed to winning. Now he's going to get pissed off. I think Grishchuk's wife, is she going to have a tough word with him later on? I think he gets in trouble with his wife, who's also a grandmaster. Yeah. I think Grishchuk deserves a hard talk with his wife later on. You can't do that, man. Dios mío, man. Draw here, Ali Reza Nishgiri. Let me say hello to my TikTokers, to my Facebookers, YouTubers, Rumblers. Who's left? I've forgotten. Kick.com, and this and that. Nepo won against Duda. Yes. Nepo, another good bad boy. Magnus, I didn't cover this one. Magnus had won versus Andrei Sipenko, who, if I remember correctly, in the past, Andrei actually managed to win a game against Magnus Carlsen at some point, some years ago. I think I've seen a video about Sipenko winning against Magnus Carlsen. Now Magnus Carlsen paid it back. Let's see the next one. Sugar. Okay, that was nice. Sorry about Grishchuk. I really wanted Grishchuk to win. I'll tell you. I think the guy is. I think he panicked in the end, man. Sorry. Happens even to the best of the best, you see. I'm sorry. But I did say Queen f6, and I did say Queen f6. Grishchuk went for one that wasn't as good as Queen f6, and the engine actually confirmed. But hey, easy for me. I'm sitting in the comfort of my own chair. I'm having a coffee I couldn't give to if I win or... I mean, I'm not personally involved in any way. Well, of course, I'm biased. I have my own subjective preferences and biases, but... Yeah, so probably, when you're just a witness and spectator, you kind of see a lot of good stuff. You're not seeing, though, when you play yourself. Yesterday I was crying. I lost a couple of games. I mean, you didn't see me crying, but actually I was crying. So, yeah. So, players, fellas. We got this, the bad boy here, Magnus, Fabi, Naka, Ali Reza, Arjun, Nepo, Wesley, Prague. Hey man, that's great. Plus, Wei and Espenko, Yu Yangi, China Super Grandmaster Vladislav playing for himself, Grishchuk playing for himself, Duda Poland, Sam Sevian for US, and Ishgiri for the Netherlands. Great, great, absolutely great. What a lineup! Amazing. Imagine if this was, I mean, if you had to put like a death metal concert lineup, you know. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So, I don't want to lose the second round in this legendary events here. Come on, fellas. Anish playing Ali Reza. Ooh, let me see Magnus. Let me cover the Magnus. I hope Grishchuk gonna do something and maybe gonna win. I wish him all the best winning. I really wish him to be. I would cover it, but I want to cover Magnus. Where is Magnus? Magnus is pink. Ah, there he is. There he is. All right, the fellow. Oh, cover the lines. I'm not doing that. The engine is only for the grandmasters that are live covering the event, not for me. Since I'm no grandmaster, I can't use the engine. I'm using just my brain. That's it. So, while Campeone, Magnusito plays with the blacks, Isipenko with white. Let's see. Black had castled. Oopsie, let me just resize a little bit the board. I think it was. Yeah, that's a nice one. Hey, yes, Hikaru wins. Hello. You know something? Grishchuk should have completely win the position. He should have won the position. I'm really sorry for Grishchuk. I'm really sorry. Really sorry because I wanted Grishchuk to win, you see. I still want Grishchuk to win. I'm rooting a little bit more for Grishchuk. But he didn't, man. He blundered, man. And even myself, I mean, I was able to find the move. But then again, being a witness, spectator, not subjectively involved, you probably see one or two good things. He did it, man. He lost. Sorry. I think his wife, Ekaterina, is going to teach him later on. She's going to have a tough word with the hubby about the bad performance. I think he's in trouble later on. What can I say? He deserves it, man. Oh, yeah. Okay, what is Spenko gonna do here with his battery? I mean, I like the battery, but where you going? Where do you go? What do you do here? I mean, I'm not sure. Oh, I know. After like 3 billion years, I know it doesn't allow knight g6, man. The battery here with the queen and bishop doesn't allow knight g6 to happen. Because if knight g6, bishop takes, pawn takes, and queen takes. That's what is with the battery. I was wondering, the heck is going on? What do you do with that? And there is another thing. If you ever want to play e4, I think you kind of can. Because you're going to be forcing black to take or something. Because otherwise, e4 going to go e5. Magnus going to cry. But Esipenko does very unorthodox things, you know, like b4. Before I gather that if queen were to take, you get a rook. Yeah, I guess so. I suppose. Now Magnus played knight to e6. Is he gonna play g5 on things? Maybe. Maybe after g5 he also wanna hit h3 because there is already a bishop, because there is the knight, you know, all sorts of complications here, tactically speaking. It's very likely. So anyway, yeah, I think so. Knight g5, probably, of course, why not? Knight f3 by Esipenko. Now probably he wants to go on knight e5. It looks nice. It looks safe. Very much playable. This b4 is a little bit poisonous, so I don't think the queen is going to take. But Magnus pushes the a, intending probably to open up the a file for the rook and such. Espenko took. Rook took, and the a4 now. Okay, I think I think it's good. I think it's good. I like it. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. I wish Grishchuk the best. Let's see. So, Queen e7 now. I want to cover this game now. Queen e7. Probably Magnus gonna win it. I think. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I have nothing against if Espenko wins it. I mean, don't get me wrong. If there is any Queen c3 or d2 or something, probably the other rook, right? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Well, let's see. Wait a minute. One move at a time. One move at a time. Queen e7 being played by Magnus here. What the heck did he play there? Queen. Well, okay, he moved the queen away from the knight, of course. And you don't want to go f8, right? I mean, you don't want to go queen f8, right? So, and he didn't want to go queen b because you blocked the other rook. And he didn't want to go b6 because the other rook attacks you on the b file. So where the heck do you go? So Queen e7, like you took all of them, you know what I mean? This one ain't good, ain't good, ain't good, ain't good. Don't like, don't like, don't like, and don't like because this. So yeah, what's left? Queen e7. So yeah, there you go. If you don't have a choice, you do whatever you can, you know. Cello, I think that's an old message. Apologies, I didn't see it at the right time. Previously. I mean, you want to get your guys in action, I reckon. So, yeah. But anyway, it's not applicable anymore because knight went on e6. So, not applicable anymore. Bishop f5 now by Espenko. Bishop f5. Well, that is to say, if you move the knight, I'll take your bishop. But I mean, okay, you still have to do active stuff. I did say rook a8 though. I did say rook a8. I mean, of course, that makes sense. Ah, I think I might have an idea. So if I make this knight disappear by magic, we might have. No, there's no bloody magic because this one takes the bishop. You can't play knight c7 because the queen takes. So there ain't no magic here. I talk nonsense. There ain't no magic at all. Espenko just gave up on the A altogether. He went rook a b1. Like you take my guy, I might be attempting to take b7. But how exactly that gonna happen? I don't know. I don't know how that gonna happen. Plus, if this pawn disappears, there is also a little bit of pressure here. Hey, look, tough one. It might be also knight e5 happening. But let's see in what exactly move order. Knight e5, I just spoke. He just played it. Probably was in the cards for some time. Knight e5 sort of makes sense, you know. Of course it makes sense. Still, a4 is a little bit hanging, am I right? Bishop moved away from the knight. So bishop stays nicely where they currently are. Enormous pressure on the a4 and stuff. Well, let me count the pawns. 336, 336. Okay, but there is a passed pawn on the c file. I think long term, medium long term, this passed pawn on the c would prove to be very problematic for white after the board gets cleared up of all the pieces and stuff. So time for tradings, for beneficial tradings, that is, for Magnus. And a4 is a little bit hanging, am I correct? What do you think, Cello? Is it correct? The a4 is a bit hanging, right, my friend? I think so. I think it's a bit hanging. What did he do? He went back because a4 is a big... But wait a minute. I guess I can sort of still take that pawn? Or not? Bishop takes. Knight takes. Rook takes. Right? Is there something wrong with this? Or is it a poisonous pawn? Sorry, I just tried to figure out as I see the game. What do you think, Cello? What do you think, brother? Is bishop takes a4 playable here? Or I'm missing some stuff? And if I didn't say, thank you for stopping by today on TikTok, my live stream here and stuff. He did take though, which I said I would play. And rook takes. So what's the problem? There ain't no problem. Okay, I think in principle he wants to get some maybe rook on the b and stuff, but black's gonna hit first. Right? Or you're gonna trade, make sure there is no rook on the back rank. I think back rank is quite exploitable. Then you never know. There's all sorts of stuff happening here. Yeah, there is a thing about a b7, but if you're trading first, maybe, you know. Would you trade the rook on f if you were black here, like rook a1? Doesn't really have to take, but probably they will take. There is a pass pawn on the c. I think that's a problem for white. I did say that. This is a problematic thing. That's a problem for Isipenko here. There is a problem. What did he play? Knight d8 by Magnus. Those backward moves. Knight d8. Knight d8 main function is to defend b7. That's what is with knight d8, in case you guys didn't I think that's what knight d8 does. First and foremost, I mean the first property of the knight on d8 is to defend b7. So you can roam freely with your black rook battery on the a file and do whatever the heck you want to do on the a file, whether trading the white rook or hitting the queen or stuff. Well, I don't know, maybe you trade the rook on f and then try to successfully push this pawn, or including the queen involved after black rook a1 and stuff, I guess. Rook b now going for the b7, but they ain't gonna work a damn thing, man. There you go, rook a1, you annihilate the white's rook's battery. It's not gonna work, man. Okay, take this guy first thing first and forget about it. Just take. Oh, he didn't. He did it. Probably further supporting maybe pawn c3 and stuff. And also, I think Magnus wants to hit with g6 as well. And frankly, guys, I think they're a little bit cramped here. That makes me think perhaps bishop takes c4. Bishop takes c4. Pawn takes c4. He may be, fellas. He might be. He may be. You know. Maybe. It's beautiful nonetheless. It's absolutely great. I love it. And I guess you like it too, guys. Nah. No, just an arena FIDE Basta, and I've got an 1822 over the board blitz rating. I'm talking about FIDE blitz rating. No. Maybe at some point later on in my chess career. You never know. Maybe when I'm hitting 65 years old, I will. You know. If I ever. But I'm happy, Cello, that many of the ideas that I'm articulating, actually, they come to be on the board of this Super Grandmaster. So one or two things I do see, indeed, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure I'm not the only one. You guys also see a lot of good stuff. Okay, knight a4. You see, if you don't take the guy's knight, probably... First thing first, this guy is pinned, so probably we're going to see some takings. This guy takes. Then you're going to play the queen. There's a lot of things possible. G6. Yeah, but then they're going to take. Also, this bishop is good to making it clear what exactly they want to do. I mean, probably you want to... If you play G6, the F6 is a little bit weakening. So, you never know. You never know until you know. You know, you could say it like this. You never know until you know. And then you know. And when you know, it's clearly you know. So what happened? Bishop takes c4. Queen takes. This Magnus guy is just grinding because he got two pass pawns, man. He got two pass pawns, all right, on the B and on the C. So, if queen takes now, pawn takes. Okay. Okay. This rook is pinned. We can say that. And queen e4. And of course you take back. Rook takes with tempo. Check. And let me tell you something. This guy is actually going down. Or, oh, I think Magnus wants to place the rook behind the pass pawn. If you guys remember that principle in chess, put the rook behind the pass pawns so you can support their advancement until they reach the opposite side of the board. So rook a6, in theory, wants to go c6, and in practice, rook probably wants to support c6 and then pushing this guy, right? Which is actually the big problem for white, right? I think so. I think so. I think so. Guess what? With knight e5, just not allowing that to happen. Amongst others, of course, not just that. But c3 goes c3. Good luck stopping it. By the way, how are you going to stop it now? I'm just so curious. He stops it like this, does he? Because Magnus kicks the knight. Knight has to go. This Magnus guy, man. King attacks the knight. Look at this. Every single move is a big problem for Espenko. I think Magnus wants to pay back that situation when he lost against Espenko. Rook now took. F5. Pin. He wants to push F4 for sure. He goes with the B. Goes with the B. Attacks the... Oh my god, I think he lost. Rook takes B4. Rook H6. Well, wait a minute. White is dead in water. White is dead, right? How is you're gonna defend with something, either G6 or Rook F8? I don't know which one goes first. Probably Rook, but also the other one might be interesting. Well, Magnus had won the second game, of course. G6. Yeah, I mean it's not like Black had so many options. Hey, he got an extra piece, man. Yeah, but that's not gonna make it past the knight, the king, and the rook. Nah, you're not gonna make it past, right? I mean, what? That was a check. You ain't gonna check nobody. King can move. They ain't got a problem, and rook will be coming down and just kill everything on the second rank. One way or I don't know if B or C file. I don't know which one is it. Certain is that the king can be shielded by the black knight by moving on the sixth rank somewhere. Okay, he went this way. Why is that? Okay, knight can still play stuff, but wait a minute. Knight's being attacked. Check again. There was this pawn taking stuff, man. Stopping the pawn. So I'm threatening to take. Okay, you gotta move. Well, we're gonna be attacking them. Well, you could take here. Oh, that's it. Game over. Takes. You're gonna move and take this. He wants to take more pawns. Jesus Christ, actually. Well, he's gonna win that guy. Okay, we're gonna shuffle the king a little bit. That's a very difficult ending check, though. You're gonna move this guy check again. Okay, black should be winning. It's very instructive. It's crazy because it's just a couple of seconds here for Espenko to try and desperately draw. Black should be winning, I think. If you manage to do a magic fork or something. Anyway, they play with just a couple of seconds on the clock, so that could be challenging. You got a billion checks from everywhere and forks and stuff. Rook is at distance, though. Yeah, well... how he executes. How he executes so beautifully. He wants to flag him. He wants to do everything. Draw. Jesus Christ. Look at this. Ho ho. And Esipenko found it. You can't say the guy ain't smart. Of course it is. Look at this. Just look at this. Unbelievable. He found it, man, with just a few seconds on the clock. Hey, man, to draw against Magnus. This is amazing performance, guys. Let me see what did my friend Grishchuk. I mean, not my friend. I don't know him personally. I would love to. I know him. I don't know him personally. Did he do something against Nakamura? I don't want to watch it. Did he lose again? Oh no, man. I'm sorry, Grishchuk. Oh, pal. Oh no. And boy, he could have won in the first game against Hikaru. Ay, 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 ay. And yeah, sorry. I'm really sorry for Grishchuk. Anyway, playing against Hikaru is a monster of a game. Okay, what else is going on here? Wei E, 1.5 to 0.5 against Prague. Okay. Arjun Vladislav Temiev draw. Samsevian Fabi 1.5 to 0.5. Okay. Magnus won and then drew. Beautiful way to draw. Espenko Dev. Nice one. And Nepo Krzysztof 1-1. Okie dokie. Okay, more games coming, right? Schedule. We got a winners round of 16, whatever the heck that means. And also we're going to have quarterfinals, losers round 1 today at like 6 p.m., right? Question is, there going to be some more stuff now, or I'm just starting doing myself some... Wait a minute, they're going to keep playing, right? Or the winner. So they're going to be Magnus versus Yu Yang. Well, but what do you do with Eric Geis and Artemiev? So still they're going to keep playing. What's the format? What's the thing here? How playoffs? Wait a second. 8 invited players. Blah, 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 blah. Fine. Winners brackets consists of 4 games. Losers brackets consists of 2 games. So winners brackets with 8 players. Double elimination bracket. So if it's 1-1, they're going to keep playing, right? I'm waiting to see some fixtures here. Yeah, and I can't see any updates anyway. Round 1, round 2. Well, yeah, they're going to be playing. At least Nepo Krzysztof Duda they got to play, right? You don't know who's the winner. Okay. Probably we got enough time for a quick puzzle ourselves. And then we're going to come back to see these guys battling again. Beautiful puzzle. Hey, I hope you guys like the background with the starry sky and all. Why did Magnus took the rook? Why did Magnus take the rook? Hey, we got to go back and watch that question of yours. I'm happy to go back. White to move. Oh no, you can win my bishop. Oh, they have changed the layout for the puzzles. You guys see this? What to say? Oh yeah, you do. Look at the beautiful starry sky and yeah, I like this thing here. So what am I playing? Am I moving now with white or black? Whose turn is it? White's turn to play, right? Yeah, white to move. Okay, let me think. Well, let me tell you something. I could capture this guy here. King can't take, rook takes, but then I can just drop the other rook over too. F8, check. So I can't play rook now because simply because it's just checkmate with queen takes g, right? I mean, I'm just getting checkmated. Unless there is another craziness. Do you know what's the other craziness? The other craziness is queen takes. Rook must take. And then the other rook. So queen takes, forcing rook, which by the way is pinned by this guy. Check, but then they move here. Nah. Bishop takes, rook takes, rook plays. Hey, I've got a knight. Does that mean anything, this knight? And also, I haven't looked at this. Maybe I gotta throw in a Zwischenzug or something, you know. Bang, boom. Maybe this one first, right? If they move the king, then I could do some checks with the queen here. Maybe. Or should I do it now? Queen now check. Yeah, but this guy moves. I mean, what's this really? It's something to do with the bishop. This guy disappears. And then you play the other rook on the back rank. Right? I mean, what other plan is here? Okay. Now I still have to think a little bit here. What about this doing now? If they play this, I got this. Right? And they move here, then I move the queen and it's done. Check. If they go away, I block here, but then they block this way. Well, then I take, then they take. Yeah, but then I win the bishop. So it's quite a few things here to consider. This, I don't see why though. If there's anything, I think is this rather. I think it's rook f8. Rook f8. It's gotta be rook f8, right? Gotta be rook f8. It has to. Yeah, that forces them to block with something. And then we might be potentially winning the bishop at a later point. Okay, so they didn't block and stuff. They moved the king. Now we have this. Check. Right? We got this check. That's something. If they move here, I think we're going to be winning the queen after rook f6. So we play queen d4. If they move king, we're winning and stuff. If they block with the queen, we take. They take whatever, and then winning the bishop. As per the title. Oh no, you can win my bishop. You see it, guys, right? Hello, Epic Games. Yeah. Queen to d4, exactly right. Yep. It's gotta be this. Now takes and whatever they take and just winning this. And then rook and knight versus rook is just winning. Alright, and now we're gonna be winning the bishop. Okay, that should be enough for white to win due to knight and rook. Okay. Okie dokie. So, guys, who you rooting for in this evening Chessable 2025, this and that? Are they going to start at 6 p.m.? Let me just check again. I don't want to miss Magnus or Nakamura's game. Nah, they're going to be starting at 6. So, I think until 6 we could do a couple of more puzzles ourselves. Yeah, I don't see anything. Wait a minute. No, dudes, they play 4 games, man. They play 4 games because I can see here Alireza getting ready to strike another one with. And probably they gotta have like 2 points difference. No. They keep playing all of them 4 games. Krzysztof now, Nepo. Come on, I don't wanna miss this. And Magnus plays again. Esipenko. He beat him here twice. I mean, not twice. He drew in the last game. Okay, they're gonna do 4 games. Fair enough. Come on, Grishchuk, man. You can win the next 2. Shall we watch Grishchuk again? They started, man. I don't know. You tell me who you want. Okay, guys, I'm going to watch the game that you want to watch. I'm going to do as my dear friends would like to. You guys tell me which game shall we watch. Magnus, Ali Reza, which one? Fabi, Grishuk, which one you guys? Oh, Magnus. And at your own convenience. Oh my God, Queen's Pawn with this kind of stuff you do. You're scaring Espenko. He's a young kid. He's a kid. You can't do that. Gee, look at this one. I think Magnus really wants to teach him a lesson after he lost. I think he never forgets that. Oh Lord. If this knight wouldn't be on f6, the d5 would be takeable, right? By the knight. Who knows? Maybe that's why Espenko played h6 after all. So if there's this, but if no, you can't take because rook is hanging. But you can still do this. Yeah, you can, but it's getting very funny. Bishop h3. Very aggressive, Magnus, this evening. Very aggressive. Very sharp, very aggressive. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, we guys watching this? Okay. Bishop h3. Fake still in the spirit of g5, amongst others. Or is there something here you want to play queen f3 and stuff? Queen f3 and then e6, but hey, wait a minute. Do you know something? White actually attacks here, not black. Black is just trying to, again, just trying to defend against this and that. Yeah, Magnus is attacking. It's black's turn, by the way. e6 is a pain in itself. You're actually making the bishop a big pawn. So bishop g7 probably makes more sense. You couldn't have taken with the queen because of this. But the knight had been, the pawn had been captured. Check. Now dropping this guy back. This d4 now is attackable. Look at this. Knight and bishop. So I think, there you go. It just happened. Yep. And absolutely. You want to know something super funny? I really wonder if black's going to cut so short or long. But maybe you could just play rook after all. Maybe you could just play rook d8 after all. Well, they're going to move the queen, but where? Espenko plays knight e5. He doesn't bother. He probably want to come here, which is a little bit scary. On the other hand, if you take with the bishop, they're going to take with the bishop. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm still not sure what's happening. Magnus moved the bishop over to b, but rook d8, as I did say, definitely something for black to play, and as Espenko played. Now, white queen has to move carefully, because this guy is going to play knight f3, checking the king and direct attack on the white queen on d1. So this is something serious. Black has to be very careful about knight f3, attacking king and opening up the rook to hit the queen. So where do you go? He took on e, attacking rook in the corner. You move the queen or not? You move the queen or not? Where do you move the queen? He didn't move the queen, man. This guy's crazy. So what do you do about knight f3? Asking for a friend. You're going to take with a bishop, rook's going to take your queen, and you're going to take back. That's exactly what he want to do. Magnus wants to give him a queen for a knight and a rook. Hear my words. Mark my words, guys. If knight f3... No. If knight f3, queen f3. Yeah. That's it, done. No. If knight f3, queen f3, actually. And you got no issue. I mean, it's fine. It's okay. No, I have 3, queen f3, so you can't do it. You can't do it now. You got to come up with something else. Is it queen to, like, b8 and queen c7 for some checks via the h2? Could be. On the other hand, you haven't castled your king. Are you going to castle? Maybe. Maybe. I like it. I really do. Yeah, reading my TikTokers friends' messages now, so yeah. Castle short by Spenko, queen to d3. Queen to d3. Blackstone, by the way. What do you play? I guess it's got to be some form of discovered attack on the queen or something. No, Spenko pushed up on. He does want to have the e7 as a weakness. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm not sure what to say. You think that maybe some queen here will be attacking the bishop, but then the bishop goes g7 probably? Or maybe you want to play... I'm not sure. Let's see what Magnus wants to do, actually. I can try some candidate moves and see if that's the case or not. Maybe this one, but you take e4 from the knight, if that's something. Although b7 is hanging, but it's a bit of a poisonous pawn. This pawn is a bit poisonous because probably rook b8, and then you're going to lose b2 anyway, unless you come up with something stronger. Do you think b4 asking for a friend? B4, queen takes, and then you're winning the bishop? I was just thinking out loud again. B4. Anyway, Magnus went differently. He went rook AD, which again, getting the rook on an open file, that's something that always has to be considered. But it's just a little tactic here. I'm just thinking maybe b4 would be something with tempo, by the way. Because the black queen keeps the bishop alive, right? So if you deflect the queen from defending the bishop, you might be able to grab the bishop. Maybe. Maybe. It's just a random idea. I'm just looking for ways to attack. Now, bishop g7, no longer applicable. There's no point to play b4 now. Doesn't make any sense. Because the bishop had been moved to safety. Bishop g7 now. You could still play queen e4. No, knight e4. Yeah, knight e4. Knight e4, knight e4, knight e4. Okay. Good afternoon, Simpson. Good afternoon, my dear friend. How's it going, guys? Hey, yeah, at your own convenience, folks. I've got a game number 14, Spassky and Fischer, 1972. A beautiful Queen's Gambit, in which Fischer blundered, and as soon as he blundered, Spassky did a blunder immediately after them. So, have a look at that one, guys. Move number 20. Bobby Fischer blundered, then Spassky blundered as soon as Bobby made a blunder. So have a look at that game. It's interesting from a psychological point of view. I uploaded it on YouTube, TikTok, pretty much all of social media, including the Rumble one. So yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Something took place here. Knight a4, f5, weakening the e6? Really? Pawn takes knight. Queen now, going for the weakness. Why did he weaken the e6? I mean, was f5 absolutely necessary? Just wondering. Because now e6 is a forever weakness. Okay, they took... I guess you saved the bishop, right? I think I would play probably bishop h. Or you've got a better one. Or just take first. You know, those in-between moves. You could do queen takes c6 check. For one. They gonna do something and then bishop h1, or you focus on something else? Maybe diluting a bit the power of the rooks, and then it's very many questions and they are time consuming. So when I'm doing myself 5 minutes or 3 minutes, I always got this kind of questions. They never stop. And with every single question, I notice I'm spending way too many seconds. And that's why I get flagged so often and things. Okay, that's a threat. Would be here, but I guess black can take with tempo. B2 hanging. This guy is hanging, but there's a marginal knight. I think you should take that guy off. I think you should. But there is another thing with it. It's not knight e6 going for the rooks. No, 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 no. It's taking here and actually threatening a discovered with the knight later on. So that might be quite deadly. There's something quite dangerous here. The problem is not necessarily... Yeah, so they removed the bishop first. Okay, no more bishop. Fine. Fine. What I'm talking about is that after knight... Okay, so black took. I guess you sort of have to take. And now you can't take here with the knight, but you can take with a queen. So now it doesn't work anymore. You can't take here because queen is going to take the white queen. So you ain't going to do that. But instead you could take queen takes c6. Check and... Yep. And now... Heck. I don't know. You play this? Attacking the rook and stuff? Maybe. Maybe you're going to do this. You know. Then... Nah, you can't get there because there is... I don't know just yet. There is something on the 7th rank as well. I'm not sure how you can arrange your pieces yet. I guess you could do this one, but you give black counterplay. Can you play something forcing? You kind of can, and that's the forcing move, right? I mean, a little bit forcing. Not that forcing, though. It's not that forcing at all. Queen can move, though, like f7. So then you're going to have to start playing defensively. I don't know what to say, but I like it. I don't know what to say, but I like it. Also, I can't help but notice there is a pass pawn here on the H file. If the pieces were to disappear, all of them at once, that would be a problem for white. This would be a problem for white. Also, e6, if you manage to throw a knight on e6, you're going to be attacking everything at the same time. But the queen is there. So I don't know. What do you play? Maybe queen d6 and then knight e6. But then again, as we said, queen f7 threatening to take on f2. So yeah, Magnus actually went with the knight. Like sort of making sure the f2 is covered and stuff. Ah, and not just that. But I guess you can also play this rook here on the 7th rank. That's another thing. And then go for this. Because the bishop is pinned by the rook, right? So I guess Magnus wants to play simply rook from d to d7, guys. You tell me if you think differently, but I guess that's definitely an idea. I guess. Anyway, black's turn to do. What do you play? Hard to say. Do you do queen f? Queen f anyway. And I'll tell you something. If rook were to play, you're going to do queen f3 check. No. He goes queen c with the same idea. Well, no, man. You can't. You just attack the rook. Knight is here, though. No. You attack the rook. b2 doesn't... I don't know. Doesn't this help Magnus with rook d7, I wonder? I mean, I don't say it's a bad thing in itself, but doesn't like... I mean, Magnus wanted to move the rook on the 7th rank anyway. He didn't move it on the 7th rank. He moved it on the 6th. He moved the rook on the 6th rank because he wants to take on g6 with check. That's serious. Queen b2. What the heck does that even mean, queen b2? He took a pawn. Who cares about a pawn? And now Magnus goes on the 7th rank. The knight actually defends the f2, so you can't really touch it. I think black queen should have been on the f file, man. Because queen on the B2 and the second rank now, you can't make it past the knight. The knight just stops you. Yeah, well, okay. It looks like white's doing the attack. You can't move queen to grab the pawn because you're just simply getting checkmated on g7. So you can't touch the white pawn. You can't do this. Yeah, the white knight has to stay there. That is true. But then again, you may having stuff. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything. That move b7 to b6 is just one of those moves to say you moved something, to hit the clock or something. Now I guess if you do rook e7 for playing rook e8 would be a good idea. I mean, just to improve things a bit, right? I don't know what else. Rook b7. What's the deal with? I mean, okay. Huh. Knight is defended. Yeah, rook e7 in the end. Yeah, I did say rook e7. Actually, this is key. Yeah, rook e7 now. A little bit of extra defense for the knight on e4 and preparing rook e8. I mean, I think you will do rook e8, right? He will do rook e8. Am I correct? Rook e8. Rook takes, queen takes. I mean, what else do you want to do? Rook f7? I'm not sure. Yeah, okay. Rook f7 or rook e8? It's not clear. And it's so time consuming. Oh. Oh. Is he happy to do threefold repetition and things? It's not like there is a big weakness now, but if you keep doing this thing, it's gonna end up in a draw. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're doing. You do rook e7 again? You could, but then they're gonna take rook e7 again by Magnus. Rook e7 again. Also stops the rook from venturing. You know what I mean? Stops the rook from venturing because you're gonna play this, then they block, then you take. It's just maybe too dangerous. Okay, again, piling on g7. Queen has to stay on the dark square diagonal or you're gonna get checkmated. Yeah, okay. Draw, in the end. Draw. Okay, that was a draw. Hey, this Esipenko guy really delivers, okay? He plays. What else have we got in, what is Grishchuk? Did I lose Grishchuk again? Where is he, man? Is he playing? Yes, he's still playing. Let me watch this one. I hope he wins now. Naka white, Grishchuk black. Tough, very tough. Looks like white's doing a little bit better again. This guy is pinned. Yeah, there is something g3, but just defending right on time, right on time. I think white's doing better now. b5 is hanging. Checkable from everywhere. All directions check. Yeah, 6 rank check. Went back. Is Naka gonna draw now? I don't think Naka's gonna draw. He doesn't. Nah, he goes for maybe dropping the bishop, making a battery here. You know? Oh. Well. 2.5 to 0.5, I guess. Aha, it's gonna be a fourth game, and that means if he draws again or something, he's qualified anyway. So he doesn't want to force something if it's not necessary. So 2.5, 0.5, you don't need to force nothing. Yeah, probably you could bishop b2 maybe, queen c and stuff. Yeah, maybe yes, maybe no. Difficult. So why would you force it? Just leave it. Nice, very nice though. Any other live games, fellas? Yeah, we got Nippo. Oh my lord, look at this. That's the thing with the blunder. I mean, either someone blunders or it's very difficult to win it in 8 seconds. You don't win a damn thing. It's yeah, okay. My God. Yeah, very tough, very tough, very tough, very tough. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah. Nepo in good shape. Good shape, Nepo. Very good shape, Nepo, as well. I'm happy to see that. Happy to see that. What's the 2-1? Okay, so, ladies and gents, it's going to be another fourth game from this playoff. Yeah, it's going to be another game. So they're going to play 4 games, and then, then after this, we're going to have the losers round 1 and winners quarterfinal, something like that, starting 6 p.m. So we're gonna do a couple of more puzzles in between. But we still have the fourth game to be starting now, guys. So if you stick around, I'm going to cover that one as well. And in the meantime, we just go with a puzzle and something. Okay, white, white to move here. You can win. Oh, do they do now helpful texts? You can win if you find a checkmating idea. Okay, so it's not a checkmate, but building up a potential checkmate. I wonder if it's this. I wonder. Because it's a discovered check afterwards. So rook a5, the very first contact with the puzzle. And I already thought that maybe I'm going to do a rook sacrifice, king takes, and then some double checks, actually. I know it looks very crazy, but if they take, you could have double check. I know it's crazy, but it is a double check. So when this guy goes here, you potentially could have this, and then checkmate. Oh my god. This is sick, but actually I think it might be rook a5. What do you think, fellas? Do you think rook a5? Cello, Epic Games, would you guys play rook a5 here? Just curious if you guys agree on this idea. Rook a5. Rook a5, rook a5, rook a... I'm gonna play it because I think it should be working, right? Yeah, well, it's incorrect. Nice try, but I can go like this and you don't have a path forward. Oh, how disappointing. Then what the heck? Was it the other way around? Was it like the other rook? I bet that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, of course it. That's also an idea. Because if the rook takes, I'll just go this way. I'll just go with the queen h5. And if the rook takes this way, then the heck, Roido. Then then I'm having this. So this, yeah, but this is anything but easy. So we gotta check defending rook and stuff, and now I have the no. Is the bishop there? What are you talking about? It's rook this way. Yeah, well, it's not perfect. I messed it up. It was quite tactical, but I didn't see it. I went the wrong way. I just moved the wrong way. Yeah. Okay, though. Minus 13. Well, this one probably, but is there a quicker way? If I do queen h6, find a way to win a queen. Find a way to win a queen. Well, they're gonna play this. Yeah, but then I have the other rook, and then I'm winning the queen. It looks like we can play in all safety this. I don't think rook should take or anything. I don't think so. Although, hell, how do they stop this? Well, stop nothing. I think this is the way to play it. Yeah, of course it is. Now just the last second. Well, I'm going to take here. The guy's going to move here. Right? What do you think? Something else? Like this? But they take this then. True. Then I play this. Then they go here. Then I play this. Then no. They run away or something. Let me look at this. No. Still has to be this. And they play this. Then where do we go? Where do we go? Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Huh. What am I supposed to play, though? Rook g6, rook g6, rook g6, rook g6. F takes g6. So what is that? Queen h7, f8. What is the next thing? And then they go e7. So what exactly did we do? They gonna move this way or? What do you think should we just go this way? There's not a... Wait a minute. Maybe first this, then this. This, they move this. Okay. Then I'll go this. No, because then... No, 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 no. Is it this one now? No, that doesn't work. Check, they move here. No. Then they move here. What if I go h6? Then they're gonna go e7. Aha! So this, they go here, back. They go here. All right, so this. We're not gonna go h8. Oh my god, took me an eternity. We're not gonna go h8. We're not gonna go h8. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna go h6. If they go g8, it's just checkmate. And if they go e7, then we're gonna win the queen. Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I didn't see the checkmate. Well, I didn't see the checkmate because there is no checkmate for the time being, but definitely there's winning the queen. Plus, they said it in the text. So we're going to play like this. And yeah, okay, we're just taking, right? Okay. That was it. Okay. That was the thing indeed. I wonder if the guys return for the fourth game. Let me see. Did they? Not yet. So, cool stuff. Let's go. Another puzzle here. Your pieces are well coordinated. Would you be able to find a way to attack the king? Well, let's find out. Let's find out. There's a check here. They could block with this. True. True. Or maybe... Well, you can't mess around because there's more... Wait. Can I do this? Then if I go here... Yeah, but then we got checks and stuff. True. Then I'm moving this. You take, but then checkmate. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. I'm tempted to say maybe queen, which is expected for them to block. And then I'm going to play queen to f3, having bishop c6 and queen f3 for g2, right? Now, we could get checked, that is true. And we will be losing the rook, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. Well, it does matter, but you won't get checkmated. I think we can survive this onslaught, unless there's something else. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Rook blocks. I mean, rook checks, rook blocks, right? And if rook takes, the other rook takes. Okay. Okay, fine. So what? Then I could potentially attack with this, but... Yeah, we could, but it's not clear. The other one looks very, very, very wild. Queen check, rook must block, queen f3 for the checkmate on g2. Then queen b check. You're getting checked everywhere you're going here. There's going to be another check with the rook here. And then you're going to go queen a4. And then what other check? There ain't no other check. So I think it should be working, right? What do you think, guys? If Epic Games and Cell are still there, what do you think about this plan? Do you think it works? Let's play it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay. Is there any other craziness I'm not aware of? apart from queen f3, which makes a lot of sense. Okay, let's just play it. Yep, exactly as we predicted. Now I think the secret is for us not to go c, because if we go c, I think we might have an issue with either queen or rooks and stuff. It doesn't look good. Whereas if we go this to the right, even if we're getting checked or something, we just keep traveling a4, and that's the end of the checks. The end of the check. So we're gonna go king to a5. Please tell me that's true. Yes. Yeah, there is a check with the rook e5. We did say that, but I think we're moving now. What are the checks? There is no other checks afterwards, unless they start giving pieces, which is a bluff, really. So I'm moving this guy away. Well, exactly, it's a bluff. We just take now. And even if the bishop, even if the pawn were to capture, what is that? 1, 2, 3, daily solver, rewards, 60 points. Sure, okay, thank you very much. 10 quid would have been better. Anyway, rook takes, pawn takes, check. You're going to move this guy here, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's fine, because checkmate. Cool. I was lucky with this. Back to the games. They played the full game. Not everybody. Because 2-5 to 0-5, Alireza won versus Anajiri. Well, Nepo started already, and Magnus started already. Oh my god, they started for quite some time now. I didn't know they started so quickly. I need to close the window. Espenko. If this bishop didn't exist here, you could attack on f7. What do you think you should take first? Well, actually, I'd like to think about this one. Let me just resize a bit the board so everyone can see it and all. Now, let me go back to the position. If bishop takes f7, check. That's quite something. If king takes, we've got bishop, check from the queen, mind you. From the queen. So the question is if bishop takes f7. So that's a grandmaster thing. Is bishop takes f7 the response here? So Espenko still got some time, so he can figure out if that's indeed the case. Bishop takes f7, king takes, bishop d6. Discover check from the queen. If this guy blocks, we're going to play rook takes here, and I think Magnus is done. I guess bishop takes. I guess bishop takes f7. What do you think, fellas? In all honesty, do you think actually bishop f7? Cello and Epic Games, if you guys still there, think about this one. Or Simpson or any of our friends now. If you guys think bishop f7 is kind of promising here. Still, no, man, he didn't. No, I need to know this. Sorry, I need to know this. I need to know objectively. Bishop f7, I said. I said bishop f7. I did say bishop takes f7 is the grandmaster. You need to play bishop f7. And this is the first line of the engine, is bishop f7. I was right. I was bloody right about bishop f7. Why was he such a chicken? He didn't take on f7. Bishop f7. It's crazy tactic. You have to go bishop f7. That's how you beat Magnus. You can't beat Magnus with bishop b3 when you have bishop f7. I wanted to have the confirmation from the Stockfish 17, and yes, that was indeed the best course of action. Bishop b3 is the chicken move, and you ain't going to beat Magnus with this, because now he can actually work out a defense against. You give him the chance to figure out something, whatever that might be. I'm not sure what, but Yeah. I mean, just like moving the king or something. Still, kind of good for white, but that one was absolutely spectacular. I'm sorry he didn't play it. If I'm able to see it myself, why Isipenko doesn't see it? I mean, he gotta see it. Gee, man. Why the hell didn't he take? Would have been spectacular. I think Magnus would have seen it. I think he saw it. It's just that he plays with the black pieces. I'm a little bit disappointed that Spenko didn't take. Bishop b3. Well, I think Magnus gonna run away now with the king or something. You gotta run away with the king. That's a shame. Really is. Alright. Bishop b3. Rook c5. Queen goes. Double attack on the knight. Double attack on the other knight. I think Magnus got an issue here now, eh? He does have an issue. He does. You can't even play rook c7 because there's another guy. Still, Spenko might be winning. It looks like quite strong. The bishop pad, the killer of a battery here. Look at this battery. It's killing. Absolutely killing. He might still be winning. But anyway, I'm happy I've seen the bishop takes f7. It matters. To me, it matters. You know? Cheers for that. Cheers for bishop takes f7. The square of doom, they said, yeah? f7 and f2. Yep, totally. You guys follow or subscribe, yes? And whenever you got time, if you like Bobby Fischer and Boris Spassky, I've continued the chess match. They had it in 1972 with the game number 14, Queen's Gambit Declined. Have a look at that one, guys. Have a look at that one. Magnus is in trouble here. There's no good move for black. You retreat the rook. You're going to take this guy. You move this guy, the knight on e7. White's going to take on the back rank. There's simply no good move here for black. He messed it up here, Magnus. There ain't no good move for black. There ain't. King f8. That's a pain. It's still a pain, though. It is. Could be queen a8. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Could be queen takes h7, you reckon? That might be something too. But I'm not sure which one's best. I kind of maybe, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, he did take. Knight g6, of course. Would you like, what do you play? What do you play? Ah! Do you take the guy here? Because if queen takes, you could potentially do this. Right? But what if they take with a king? Well, they could. I guess they could. Then you go for this. Check. Yeah. So, there's a lot of tactics. I think rook e8. If queen takes, you're going to play bishop d6, checking the king, winning the rook. Rook e8. If king takes, you're going to play queen g8 check. Right? Rook e8. Let me see. I want to see what the engine says. Nah, doesn't work no more. Bishop d1 now? Oh, come on. Whatever white had, it vanished. Advantage. He missed that great opportunity he had. He missed it. It don't work no more. Bishop d1 is not a human-like move. And humans don't want to play bishop d1 here. I don't know what human plays bishop d1 here. You never get a bishop from an attacking position to go to d1 in order to do God knows what. I guess the idea would be to play bishop. No, you can't do this. What, bishop h5? Come on. Come on. You don't play no bishop d1. No one's going to play no bishop d1. Ooh. All right. Yeah, well, difficult, you say. It's difficult, I guess, including rook g3. Check. That's a check, by the way. King goes to safety. You ain't gonna do nothing, okay? But now rook g3. Yeah, of course, rook g3. Rook g3 takes. Hold on a second. Takes. Where you go? You go here. We've got this, and the rook is gone. You take. Queen takes. You go here. There's got to be another fork. Yeah. Where's the fork? Oh, yeah, it's here. Again, it's h3 and you take it. Sorry, Esipenko could have won with that move that I found even myself with the take on f7. Namely, right here and right now. That's what I saw. That's exactly what I said during the live game. Bang. That's strong, man. I don't think Magnus would have taken. I don't think Magnus would have taken because after this, I don't know what you're playing. I don't know what you're playing. I don't know what you're doing. You're dead. You're completely dead. So you can't take the bishop. And if you can't take... again, I'm so shocked Espenko didn't see it, right? Probably he would have moved in the corner. You can't touch this guy. And now practically it doesn't matter. You're going to take this guy. They take whatever. You play something like this. And hell, I think this is very good. Something, right? Like this. It's good. It's really good. I love it. Absolutely love it. Sorry he didn't play it. Sorry he didn't play it, man. I really am. Really am. Just scrolling down to see what Naka and Grishchuk did. Well, he got a little bit hammered today, Grishchuk. That's a shame. And at 6, like just a couple of minutes, we're going to be seeing the winners semifinals and winners final and losers round 2 and 3. That is today, right? Schedule. Winners, quarterfinals, losers, round 1. Okay, fine. Probably will be around for a while. Let's go quickly for a puzzle here. Hey, don't do spamming here. Free TikTok coins. What's that? I need to ban that user. Checkmate is coming. Do you see a way to win? I don't know. There is a check here. There is another check here. We could do this one check here. Right? That seems to be quite cool. Yeah, this one is it. Then this. We gotta be careful about that one. So if you don't play this one correctly, yeah, but when they move here, you do have yourself another one with tempo. Oh, come on. No. Jesus. What the heck have I missed, man? Is it this? And then the other one. Oh, why did I rush it? And then you got this, and it can't go nowhere. Oh, come on. I thought it's, yeah, I projected something that wasn't there. Projected something that wasn't there. That's a shame. Black to move. Gotta check here. I could take... Nah, you can't mess around. There is this coming, and that's the end of it. So you either play something serious or there's nothing else to play. Ah! Queen takes, king takes, and then this. Yes. Bam, boom, and this. And now you're gonna be winning this. And yeah. Okay, that was quick. That was quick. Because yeah, that's how we are winning stuff here. Okay. Mm-hmm. My God, can you find a way to win a piece? So they modify the layout and everything. Now they give you information. They shouldn't, I guess. Okay, how do I win a piece here with white? Well, I could take. I think I could take. They can't take back because queen takes a checkmate, right? Sorry, what's wrong with the... Am I... Yeah, white to play. What's wrong with this? I don't see no checkmate. No, I'm taking. They can't take because it's checkmate. So rook takes. I don't know what they play, but does it matter what they play? Does it even matter what they play? Or do you think it's a stronger one? It's a stronger move. The only reason I'm doubting this, it's a stronger move somewhere else. Like, for instance, it could be rook takes. No, 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 that can't be. That's complete nonsense. No, it's got to be this, right? It's got to be this. This one, I don't think so. Is it this? I don't think so. This? I don't think so. I want to go for the... I want to go for the king. Is it this? I'm not sure. Yeah, Tarash, how do you play this one? Do you play rook takes b7 though? Rook takes b7. Man, I think there's many variation with the name Tarash, man. Which one do you refer to? Tarash defense. What sub variation to what? Rook takes b7. Refresh my memory. Rook takes b7. 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 It's gotta be rook takes b7. If it's not, I don't know what to play. Oh, come on. What? I don't have a strong follow-up because queen takes b1. What do you mean? Very solid queen's gambit, right? Yeah, you need to remind me that variation. So rook takes... I'm not playing queen's gambit very often. Today I've done a quick one on the Fischer's Pasquet, but I don't play very often. The semi-Slav, I think it's quite solid. Very solid. Rook takes b7. That doesn't work, rook b7. So which one is it? This? Bishop takes. Can't be. This? Okay. No, 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 no. That's a mouse slip. No, no, no. That's a mouse slip. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So rook b7 doesn't work because queen takes. I see. Rook takes, queen captures, you have to take, and then rook takes. I don't know if you win or not. Difficult. Yeah, I didn't think about queen takes b1 at all. I thought it's completely untakeable. I didn't even think about that one. Might be this, knight b6 though. Forces them to take. I'm still not sure about this. Could it be rook c5? Why rook c5? This one bishop takes, right? So we didn't do nothing. Knight b6, bishop takes, rook takes. Rook c5, rook c5, rook c5. Nope, nope. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, all the best to you too, man. I'm not sure. Knight b6. Is the queen trapped or something? How is the queen trapped? Playing this for this? But it's not trapped, is it? Or is it trapped? No, because this guy takes. No, wait. Um, I'm not sure. Hmm. This one? This seems like it's not. It's still not very clear. Rook takes, knight f6 or something. Rook takes, bishop takes. I'm not sure about this one. What opening? If you play with the whites, go with the London system because it's simple. It's simple, and you don't have to memorize endless variations. So go with the London system for white. For black, unfortunately, you will have to prepare something against e4, d4. You just have to prepare defenses against e4. And against e4, you can play a couple of things. French, Caro, I don't know, Alekhine, many. Against d4 again, you can play a couple of things. So with white, keep it simple. And for black, just get ready against d4 and d4. That's it. Keep it nice and simple with a limited repertoire for the time being. So you don't have to memorize very many things. Important is just to understand them and get yourself in a advantageous position. Now, how do we play this one? Do you think if we played this, forcing them to take, then we can play this for this? But what if they move the king? So we play knight f6, bishop takes, we take, fine. Uh, Still don't like it. If we do this though, okay, what about this one? Bishop takes, rook takes. So what exactly? So what's this about? This one here, bishop takes, rook here, attacking queen on things. Queen takes c4, yeah, but then we're winning. Yeah, might be. But then how do you go? You go this way or you go that way? Actually, that's interesting. Because when they take, you take back with the queen, right? It's actually not very clear. Yeah, maybe. Knight f6, bishop takes, queen takes. Maybe. Maybe. It's not very clear. I'm not convinced. Yeah, I took on b7 already, but it's queen takes the rook. My first move at the first contact with the puzzle was rook takes b7. That's exactly what I played. And that is why I've lost like those 13 points on whatever the server took away. Yeah, rook b7 is not working due to queen takes b1. Sadly. That's what I thought it was anyway, but I was wrong. That's exactly the stuff I played, believe it or not. But it's not. So I need to engineer God knows what. But it's not clear at all if I should go b6. I mean, if I should go knight b6, if I should go knight f6. Knight f6, bishop takes, queen takes. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's probably. I still don't know. I could do rook takes, bishop takes. But then again, you could play here, but really? Yeah, it could be. What can I say? Yeah, it could be. But again, I'm not very satisfied. So, bloody hell, it's not. Is it this way? Not even that. That's a difficult puzzle, all right? That's a difficult puzzle. Rook b7 is not. Knight b6. I haven't tried this one. I only tried rook takes. And did I try knight b6? Yeah, well, anyway, it doesn't work either. This one doesn't work. Knight b6 doesn't work. Rook takes a5 doesn't work. Rook b7 doesn't work. That's quite a fake. We gotta look for other craziness. Maybe rook c5. Maybe rook... Wait a minute. Oh my god, it's rook b3, man. It's rook b3 because if queen takes c4, we're gonna trap the queen with c1. Rook c1. Not that impossible. I should have thought about this one a bit more. Yeah, it's rook b3, right? It's rook b3. Yeah. It's rook b3 because they can't save the queen. Sorry, I was focused on just attacking the king. And that's it. But actually, sometimes you just have to look for other stuff. I mean, winning queen is, it's quite important. I have no idea. No idea. You could ask him maybe, see if he answers to you. But anyway, yeah, tough one. So, because we talked about Magnus, let's see if he started to play now. Let's see what games we got here. Espenko Wesley, they just started here. Grishchuk, Duda. So let's see. Prague, Alireza plays Fabi, Yuyangi, Magnus. So let's say resizing the board a bit so you guys can see the board and all. Oops. Back to the pieces. Bishop d3 opposing g6. They had to take because otherwise bishop would have taken. Double pawns on the g file and all. There is also this one. If they take, you take. End of the game. So I think g6. I think Yuyangi has to push the g6. I think. Because if you don't, white's going to push it. I don't think you're going to like it. He played e6. I could still do g6, can I? g6. There you go. Exactly. g6. You need to make your opponent very uncomfortable. And g6 does make black very uncomfortable here. I mean, you could take. You're not going to get checkmated, but you're going to lose the queen, kind of. This guy takes check. You're going to move here. And, yeah, so you have to push. You have to push. Okay, I guess c7 also attackable. But Magnus chooses to develop. Knight e2. Important to develop, right? Always important to develop. Okay, we're going to see probably knight c3 or knight e2. Yuyangi goes to c5. He wants to push and limit white in its expansion. Yeah, I think black wants to take a lot of space. And c4 is exactly, and exactly does Magnus just stops that. c4 stops black first and foremost to pushing itself c4. So c4 makes sense. Stopping black from pushing. Probably knight c6, bishop b7. You need to develop. Knight b6. More pressure on c4. Because knight b6 prepares, say, knight takes c4 stuff. Well, you could go b3 or knight d2. Which one is it? One of these two, I guess. We're looking at b3 or knight d2. Makes sense. Unless you want to play something else, it's possible, but I don't know exactly what else can be played here by white. But let's see. So that's a very good exercise for you, humorous person. Try to think yourself without the engine. So no software, and try to figure out the best move here, or what do you think Magnus would play, and then do this for the whole duration of the game. For instance, that's one way to prepare yourself. That's probably one of the best way to prepare yourself, your thinking, that is. So watch this guy's playing. Try to figure out what would you play if you were them. Attacking queen with tempo, developing. If they take, probably going to take back. With what? With the knight? Probably with the knight. So you don't want to have double pawns on the e-file, right? Beautiful way to react here, knight c3. Yeah. But Magnus said no. He took back with a pawn. Surprisingly, is knight takes c4 that bad? He went with the pawn. I thought knight takes e4 in order for you to play something like knight d6 or things, you know. Force it then you take back with the bishop, have this bishop here covering all the dark squares. I thought that might be better. Anyway, you can still play knight b5 for this, like this, or something like that. It could be. You could castle short, is very safe. But better than castling, what about king f2? So I think king f2 would actually play the perfect move here. In principle, if you're really concerned about connecting the rooks, I think king f2, you don't need to castle anything. You don't need to castle. King f2 and you're absolutely fine. From this point of view. d4, no. I think knight b5 would be the most aggressive idea. You need to do threats to attack things. And knight b5, in order to do knight c7, I think is the perfect one. But in the moment you play knight b5, black's going to play knight a6. And then, you know, you need to think of something else. He just played, no, black played knight c6. Bishop to c7. Wanted to play what? Goes for knight b4 in order to play knight c2. Now you have to move the king. But when you move the king, there is something else. There is also this, checking the king and attacking b2. It's actually quite problematic. I like how Yu Yangyi plays, though. I really like it. Oh my god. What's this guy doing? Knight c2. Whoa, whoa. My god. a3 kicks the knight away. Knight has to go now. a6 is a pain. Probably they're going to go c6. You have to move the knight. It's not a, well, maybe do you go? Nah, you can't go there because knight takes, pawn takes. You're going to win a pawn or you're going to win the game. So probably knight c6. Very likely knight c6. Unless he takes something in between. Bishop takes f4, but still knight has to move. And Magnus takes on b4. Bishop still hanging. Very important, this in-between moves. Very important. Rook takes, of course. And bishop then has to move. So he moved the bishop now. Well, that might give... No, you can't do that because the pawn is hanging. So he moved the pawn from b4 to b5, no longer attackable. And yeah, we take it from there. Let's see. This Yu Yangyi guy really plays. I like it. I like how he plays. I guess he wants to play bishop a5, perhaps. Nah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Definitely goes for b6 here. I mean, we can notice that. That would be a fork on the king and on the rook. Yeah. Knight b6. Well, bishop a5 just defended, which I did speculate a little bit previously. Rook c1 goes for the c4, which black probably defends with the rook. Exactly. Well, it's not like they had too many options. And I get there's a rook doubling. Still to hitting c4, that is, twice. That's exactly the plan. That's exactly the plan. Very nice and very cool. He wants to say, actually, I want to take this guy of yours, which is actually quite delicate here. Not mentioning that if black takes this one, which I think Magnus is going to defend it, he didn't. Oh my god. Dude, this is something. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Looks to me, if black grabs this g-pawn, and if he persists getting the other guy on the edge, I think he got an almighty pawn majority here. And this could be quite problematic. So, yeah, but until you get to Bishop versus knight. We got a thing to sorting out with the rooks and the pawns. So now rook g6, rook c4, rook has to take, rook takes. But then there is another thing. It's b4 and you lose the bishop. That's another threat. So that is another threat. Did you see that? Actually, the problem is also b4 with the rook being on c4. I'm not sure how you're gonna do with that bishop. So it's a delicate thing. Though, so the problem is not rook takes c4, rook takes. The problem is how you stop b4, where you go with the bishop, how you go with the bishop. So the pawn on g6 is nice, is okay, maybe okay. So my lord, look at this move. That's quite creative. I love it. I love this move Yuan Gi played. It is just great. You have to take with a pawn or with a knight. It's great. I think that was just so creative. I really felt I'm in a dilemma, but this move that Yuan Gi played, it just so feels like so nice and all. Still b4 being played. Can you believe that? And Yuan Gi responds, yeah, okay, you take my bishop, I'll take your knight. It's just unbelievable how these guys play. It's like, how can I shock the other guy? How can I surprise the other guy? It just feels so unexpected and stuff. That's quite spectacular. I love it. So obviously now, if white takes the bishop, the Chinese super grandmaster gonna take on a4 with the rook. I'm gonna take with the rook. So now I don't know if Magnus takes or not. I don't know. If you don't take, what do you do though? Can you play knight b though? Because if you play knight and this guy, actually, bloody hell. No, you have to take, right? And now you take, and now you take. Which one do you take with? You just take with the rook? This is so difficult, but spectacular. I love it. So do you take on a5 with the rook or with the pawn? Probably you take with the rook because you can attack this guy as well. You might be getting checked. That is true. Then where do you go? That's another thing. Where do you go? I mean, you might be just be getting checkmated, by the way. You go back rank, right? Check. You go back or something. Checkmate, because there is a pawn stopping you. So the question is, I really wonder what exactly is black supposed to play. This is so difficult. Looks like this is quite deadly here. And as long as g6 is here, you're in danger to getting checkmated. My day, is he supposed to take? But then again, check, right? Check or taking beast. This is so difficult. Oh my god, he's gonna play rook c7. He's gonna play rook c7. And then the king might play d6. Bang, boom, bang, boom. Ho ho ho. It's quite something. Oh my god, this is so time consuming. So he pushed the pawn to actually deliver the checkmate. He wants to go for the checkmate, Magnus, here. Pawn takes, denying d6 because he want to play this. And he wants to checkmate the guy. And then rook coming c7, checkmate. That is why he pushed the pawn. He pushed the pawn to not allow black on d6 to move the king to d6. So takes, and you can't move on d6. Wow. Rooks are connected. The black rooks are unconnected, though. You might get a little bit checked here, but then again, I guess you can move the king. So it's not a big deal for the white king. More problematic is for the black king to play this, not the white king. The white king is nice and cool. You could go D or F3, I guess. How is black supposed to play this, not to getting checkmated? Looks like you do get checkmated. I'll take g6, check. No, you still got a problem, right? Even if you take it, c7, check, check, and you just got checkmated. My God. The problem is for the black king. The checkmate. It's still checkmate. How do you deal with that? Rook a2? Just try desperately? Because you're done, frankly. What's black playing here? How do you stop this? This, yeah, you can't stop it. Oh my God, you can't stop the checkmate. He resigned, Yu Yangi. He resigned because he cannot stop the checkmate. It's just, it is what it is. It's fabulous. He couldn't stop the checkmate, dude. He couldn't stop the checkmate. Okay, let me have a look at this. Krzysztof Duda, Grishchuk here. I don't know what to say. C3 is 3 times defended, twice attacked. I think it's okay. Black's doing the attack though. White is just defending. I wonder if this one is going to happen. Just attacking the white knight. I mean, it may happen, but then knight's going to go, and e6 will be a weakness, so to speak, right? So you could play f5 in principle with black, but there's no problem for the white knight to go either c, for instance, just saying. So if black does this, knight's going to move, and then e6 is going to be always a weakness. He pushed it though. He pushed f5, and very likely we're going to see some nice c5. Unless you want to go this. Knight d6, exactly, for b5. And now wants to take on b5, attacking the queen. Yeah, queen takes c3, queen takes, knight takes. No, knight takes first. So you take the pawn back. But then this guy. Or you're going to push. Very difficult to say. Which one is it? Bishop goes rook a4. Okay. He wants to take with a rook, I guess, right? And when he takes with the rook or something, he also defends the pawn on c4, and he's going to push later on, maybe. Well, he takes now. I'm not sure what to say about this. Probably you don't have to take, just get the king closer. Just try to use your pawn majority. Looks like black's doing better here. 4-5. Of course, doing better. Extra pawn. So you got a free pawn on the c, a pass pawn, a free pawn, a pass pawn, and the pawn majority. Probably you need to, exactly, you need to march on with the king. He wants to check them now. But I guess you can always play this or that. I'm not sure. Just move the king, check. Oops, check. Then you block. And then you can push this guy eventually. So let's see. Black seems to be doing better. The white knight is very much limited by its own pawns. Yeah, I think black should win this. Looks like g5. Check. Well, rook b6, of course. So you block the attack from the queen. From the rook. Rook takes, knight takes. That's a forced one. So if rook takes, you take back. That's automatic. You don't even need to calculate. It's a must. You either play that or just resign if you don't do it. There is no in-between move or anything, so okay. But the Krzysztof didn't take. Rook a3. Put the rook behind the pass pawn. That's the lesson. So that's exactly what Grishchuk intends to do. He already got 2 pieces supporting that pawn, which is being pushed. Exactly. King. White king tries to get closer. We may see all sorts of stuff. There's all sorts of stuff happening. I'm not sure. This, pushing the other pawn, maybe you get a king closer to attack with a king, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. Yet. What do you play? Can you push the pawn? Now you can play the knight with a check. Looks like black's winning, right? I think black should be winning. The king's gonna go f5 and push the other pawn down the board. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Protects any incoming checks. Check. So king's gonna go f5, I guess, and push the other black pawn. Okay. But it's gonna be another check, man. What is he doing? He wants to check them from behind, but check anyway. Huh. It's not clear. He wants to trade, and trade. Well, move the king. Very difficult to win this. Yeah, there is an extra pawn, but you got 15 seconds, and the other guy checks you at every opportunity. So probably going to be a threefold repetition. Very tough one. Alrighty. So, folks, you may check, you can check, guys, the Fischer and Spassky. Done a video on the game number 14. Have a look at that one whenever you got some time, if you're interested. Other than that, guys, I would like to see you tomorrow. So take care, be good and be wise. Enjoy the remainder of the Chessable this evening.